This must be one of the most iconic views in the whole of Northumberland. Have you ever wondered why Holy Island is where it is, and all its visitor attractions are where they are? Well, a short walk around the island will reveal all its secrets, and it won't surprise you to know that it's all about its rocks and its geology. We'll work our way anti-clockwise around Lindisfarne, or you might know it as Holy Island, starting off in the southwest at St Cuthbert's Island, and then east across the foreshore to the Huff, round the bay to the castle, with the lime kilns just beyond to the east. Then we'll head north past the loft to Ness End, across to Snipe Point, and back south through the sand dunes to the village and the priory. Walk of about 11 kilometres in 4 hours, more if you explore the rocks and the beaches. To do this walk, indeed to get to the island, you'll need to get the tide times right. Holy Island's geological story essentially has 3 parts. First, cycles of sedimentary rocks from Carboniferous times, 330 million years ago. Then the intrusion of a near vertical blade of molten rock, 295 million years ago. And finally, after millions of years of erosion, in the last few thousand years, ice sheets brought clay and stones, and then prevailing winds have created sand dunes across much of the island. We are starting out on the tiny island where St Cuthbert had his hermitage, the most westerly bit of the blade of molten rock. It's an igneous intrusion of dolerite, the wind dyke, and part of the wind sill. It's a typically hard, dark grey rock. The joints and cracks are caused by it cooling and contracting. The hardness of the wind dyke is the reason this little island and the Huff and Castle Hill all stand proud, and the reason why Holy Island came to be. Back across to the main island and the Huff, the second part of the wind dyke. The dyke is not a totally connected straight line, but runs en echelon, staggered, west-east across the southern part of the island. It reaches about 50 metres across. The contact between the wind dyke and the older Carboniferous sedimentary rocks is really clear here on the foreshore. You can see how the dyke cuts through the limestone, and you'll also notice that the limestone is full of fossils of seashells. They are called brachiopods and lived on a coral reef in clear, warm seas 330 million years ago. Our final bit of the wind dyke is Castle Hill. You can see what a great vantage point it gives, and why they built the castle here. At Castle Point is a complex of 6 of the largest lime kilns in the country. In the second half of the 19th century, limestone was quarried at Ness End 2 kilometres to the north, and was brought here to be burnt to produce quicklime. It was then shipped out from a nearby jetty. A stretch of walking now. We head north, past the lough with its rich bird life, to Ness End. Cliffs are capped with Carboniferous limestone, and a few metres inland you can see the remains of the extensive quarries which fed the kilns near the castle. But it isn't just limestone here. There's the full cycle of Carboniferous rocks: sandstone, shale and limestone, once sand in a river, mud in a lagoon, and shells on reefs. It's not just the limestone that was quarried either. The shale had nodules of iron which were shipped to smelters in Scotland, and the sandstone was used to build the village and the parish church. Snipe Point is the furthest we go north. The rocks of the point are a wonderfully bent and buckled limestone, elongated domes and troughs, created when Britain and much of northern Europe was part of a period of mountain building around 300 million years ago. We return south. Much of the walk is across the sand of older dunes, and then back along the western shore of the island to the village and its ancient and revered priory. The stones used to build the village, its priory and its parish church are one testament to the importance of geology in the history of Lindisfarne. Another testament would be the dependence of Lindisfarne's economy in the 19th century on limestone. Today it's tourism, and the tourists wouldn't be here without the castles, monastic towers and hermitages. And of course none of these would be here without that proud ridge of hard, dark stone.